You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. Well, all right. I'm here doing some recording. I'm on a walk. And y'all know what? I had to get the fuck out of the routine today. So we have the new moon in Capricorn. New moons are emotional, and they're about new beginnings and intentions of things that we want to change or we want to initiate. And this new moon is no walk in the park as I take a walk in the park. We have the sun and the moon in Capricorn in the final degrees. And I would say that if you have prominent Capricorn placements, you probably are feeling a lot of shit. But everybody's feeling a lot. The Geminis, all the fixed signs, the Scorpios, the Tauruses for sure, all the cardinal signs, everybody. Fire signs, sheesh. Aries, oh my God, I know you're feeling it. Leos, y'all about to do y'all big one this year. Leo, sun, moon, and rising, it's up. Gemini, it's up. Capricorn, time's up. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. It's something we tired of. It's something that we're all collectively tired of. So let's get into the astrology. Also today we have Mercury in Capricorn and Mars in Capricorn in a conjunction. It's giving nuck if you buck. It's giving irritation. It's also giving the audacity and the courage and the uterus to get some things done and to do some hard things and to cut some ties and to decide, I no longer want to do this way. I mean, I like playing by the rules, but it seems like rules are made and broken at the very whim for some people. Like the government. Y'all don't give a shit right now. And if you don't give a damn, then I no longer give a fuck. And if you can break rules, then I can make my own. And I think that's what we're doing now. We're like, I'm tired of being in other people's boxes. I'm tired of going along to get along. I only get one life. And I'm tired of playing by other people's rules. I'm not telling you to go break no rules and go rob nobody. I'm saying maybe you've been doing something a certain type of way and you don't want to do it that way anymore. Maybe you've been hanging on to a situation and this is the time where you're finally like, look, I can't hold on no more. There is no rope. There is no skin on the hands. It's time to I release this. I release pretending that I like being in these certain environments. It's time to go. And so we're going to have Mercury make a nice sextile to Saturn like all the other personal planets did last week. And we're making serious decisions. We're going to make decisions that are sober because we're emotioned out. We've yelled about it, we've screamed about it, we cried about it, we prayed on it. You know, it's just like it is what it is. I'll make this decision and I know it's best for me. And I know when I do something that's good for me, I do it and it's good for my team and it's good for my kids and it's good for my family. It's good for everybody who's around me who benefits from me being alive. So I got to make this decision, whatever that is, whatever you need to do or stop doing. We also have Venus moving into Aquarius and being the first of the personal planets to come into a conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius, who is, by the way, purging all the things that you have been doing that is not authentically honest or true to who you are and who you want to be in this life. So that means your relationships, friendships, partnerships, financial agreements, your values is up first. Which is so fitting because we give attention, time, money to the things that we value. Or perhaps we've been giving all of those things to the things that we don't actually value, but we've been trying to play nice and we've been trying to harmonize and be agreeable and friendly, which is another Venus trait. And Venus is being pushed up against the wall. She's coming into contact with some rock bottom energy where she's just like, I can't go no further. You ever been around somebody or in a situation and at first it's like, all right, you know what? I can play the role. I can be nice. I can put on my little agreeable mask. But then too many contacts with that kind of energy, you tend to wear out. That mask starts to deteriorate and you can't do it no more. And that's kind of where we are collectively, individually. It's just some shit we can't do no more. I can't work that job. I can't be in this environment. I can't be in this relationship. I can't do this. I don't want to, financially invest in this thing anymore. I'm checking out. That's just going to happen. And then there's going to come your identity with the sun. Then there's going to, they're going to trickle down. My ambition, I'm going to be motivated to do new things. I'm thinking about new things. And then we're going to have these conversations with Uranus where once we get out of this funk or this energy that's just kind of stifling, we start to come into like sudden blessings and cosmically insightful ideas, sudden opportunities. It's just like things are working out for us. That's kind of what happens though. When you stop going against the path that God is trying to put you on and you surrender and say, you know what, I don't even know what's around that corner, but I'm going to walk that path. Bam. After you hit that corner of not knowing, it's like all your soul tribe is there. People you don't have to continuously and constantly explain yourself to. The money's there, good night's sleep, the motivation to exercise and eat healthy food, because you're not in energy that's contradicting who you are and who you're supposed to be. That doesn't mean it's not going to be hard. And that doesn't mean that this season is not going to come with grief, because new things are scary and we have built attachments to the things and the people that we may have to create distance from and love in our hearts, but we do love them and we do feel connected and attached to them, even when it's not good for us. So, this week is a great week to notice what you can no longer subscribe to, what you can no longer be quiet about, what you no longer want to do. And I've been saying that over and over, but this is the week where you really want to tie up those loose ends, because if you let Pluto get hold to you, like it's about to do this week and definitely next week, and then in Aquarius season when we have the solar eclipse, it's your ass, Mr. Postman, if you still tied to some things that you don't want to be tied to anymore. And not in a dangerous way. It's just going to be way more destabilizing than you may feel comfortable with, versus you getting ahead of something and saying, you know what, I'm gonna cut ties now. But this week, just notice all the things that you can't take anymore, that's just feeling like dread, that no longer feels like fun. And it could be just a way you're doing things. If work doesn't feel like fun anymore, if creating doesn't feel like fun, there's probably a new way that wants to come aboard. And when we go into Aquarius season, that's innovation, that's future focused, that's tech. What type of new technologies wants to come aboard? What type of collaborations want to come aboard? What are we doing for social causes? What ways can we show up? Everybody's not meant to be on the battlefield, but how can we create space for other people? because we're all in this thing together, even though we're on our own separate walks. And I don't like to go political, but you know, it's some political shit happening. This is definitely very similar astrology to the Civil War, revolutions from the 1700s, and World War, and the writings on the wall. This is a great time to stay sober in whatever way that means to you. Sometimes it's just staying sober from not being sucked into all of the media that's telling you different versions of stories that have you confused. This is a time to take a walk and to partner with your spirit and to stop doing the things that you don't want to do, because if you don't strengthen that muscle of intuition and trusting yourself, you will be led astray by the false prophets that are for sure coming, if they're not already here. I mean, of course they're here. But after January 26th, when Neptune goes into the 0 degree of Aries, you're going to feel even more confused. Wanting to take action, not sure what you want to take action on. It's a great time to start now, to start a daily practice, to trust yourself, trust God. But God is always speaking to you to take action and to be disciplined in your own strength. We don't want to spiritually bypass and put our head under the blanket of God got me. Of course God got you. But how does God have you? You need to know that when God is speaking to you. A lot of times we don't know when God is speaking to us. And that's what this purge is doing for us this week and next week and starting today and all last year too. But you know, we're real close to the fire right now. We're about to throw the ring in, and some of us gonna throw it in and some of us gonna be like, no, my precious. So think about all the things you don't want to do and what you do want to do. Who are you? Who are your people? Do you trust yourself? So when it's time to make a move and get out of a dangerous situation, you know. But first you got to learn how to get out of little dangerous situations that are dangerous for your heart, head, and spirit. And only you know that. Only you and God. So that's all for this week. I hope y'all have a great week. And if it's hard, it's not gonna be forever. But please reach out to me. If you want to hear a head reading to know how this is going to affect you personally, holla at me. I'll see y'all next week. Bye. You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast.